Welcome back to the vlog, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy Jimmy English, and you are once again on the walk with J Rock. We're out getting our cardio in today, being a lean, mean fighting machine, and then we're gonna go check out this gym that's been open for a few months. I just want to go check out how this shit is, see if it's better or worse, because I've been working out at home, at least lifting wise. So we're going to go check that out later today. But today's topic of today is going to be about that you cannot change other people. You can only change yourself. Change comes within. Nobody can change somebody but themselves, right? And you see these TV programs like Intervention and people paying out their ass for like these rehabs, or people think that they got something fucked up with their mind or whatever the case may be, so they have to do mandatory counseling and all this other shit, when you cannot change a person. No matter how much you want to try to change that individual, you cannot change that person. And when you force somebody to change, they're not going to want to do it, right? Because they're getting forced to. Do you know how many people I know that's got forced into rehab, and as soon as because they were drinking too much or using drugs, and they basically got forced into rehab, right? Their parents paid for rehab, this, that, and the other thing. And guess what? They came out 10 times worse than they came in, because they didn't want to stop doing what they were doing, right? They were forced to go to this, so they were forced to detox. They were forced to take these programs inside these rehab centers. And the list goes on. And they come out, oh, where's the beer? Where's the drugs? Where's this? Where's that? And now they're 10 times worse because they were forced into doing something that they didn't want to do in the first place. They didn't want to change, but they were forced to do this. And if you force somebody to do something, right, they're just going to push back. You know why? Because it's not, how can I put it? It's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like a revenge type of thing. It's not, pushing back towards the man. It's not, being defiant or whatever you want to call it. It's that a person is not going to change unless they want to change, right? Now let's get back to the people that I know, right? I'm not dropping any names because I just don't do that. But the people that I know that got forced in to doing these rehab, they came out and said, Jimmy, if I was willing to do these rehabs and wanted to change and wanted to stop drinking and wanted to stop using drugs, it would have been a whole different result when I got out, because I wanted to do it. But I was forced to do it. So it's not and they even said it's not a rebellious thing, right? And it's because I never wanted to stop doing it. So if you're a parent or you're this, or somebody that's going through some hard times, right? Don't force a loved one, right, to go into these programs, because I'm telling you what, it's a setup for failure. They're gonna come out worse than they came in. I've seen it time and time after again, right? But I've seen the people that wanted to change and went into these programs, or changed themselves without doing those programs or going into those centers or whatever the case may be, are now sober as shit, right? But take a lesson from me. Do not force anything on nobody, because it's not going to be a good outcome, because they don't want to change. And like I said, it's not, will keep on repeating myself, it's not a rebellious thing, because I know what you're going to say. Well, they're going to be rebellious and just do it anyway. No, it's not a rebellious thing, right? It's that they don't want to change, right? And they're not going to change unless they want to fucking change. And that is the whole concept of this video, is you cannot change a person, right? You can only change yourself. So work on yourself and all your problems, and then you can give people the tools, right? You can say, hey, listen, this worked for me or that worked for me. And if they take it, they take it. If they don't be all pissed off. Don't be like, well, you gotta change, this, that, and the other thing, and force change on somebody. Because it's, like I said, it's not gonna end up good. And it's just, like I said, I see it time and time after again. People try to change me, right? And I changed myself. I took a big inventory about a couple years ago and say, listen, all this shit that I'm doing has to change. I want a better life for myself. I want a better life for my son. I want, or in my future family. So I had to take a big inventory of myself. Nobody did it but me. And I sat down, and that's where I've did my 3-step program, and I just worked on one thing after another. Boom, boom. Did it take time? Did it take time? Yes, it did. But I worked my ass off. Didn't happen overnight. It took years. It took years to get where I'm at. And I'm still learning. And I'm still using the steps. And I'm still changing. But I also come on here and say and make these videos to help somebody that wants to change, or somebody that's going through a tough time that doesn't really want to change, but then something sparks in it, and they end up changing their life. I will never force that somebody has to change on nobody. If you're an alcoholic, continue, and if you don't want to stop drinking, I can only give you the tools for you to stop drinking. I can give you the tools to stop overeating and dieting, put on some muscle and lose some weight. I can teach you the tools to stop doing drugs. I can give you the tools to stop having negative thoughts. I can give you the tools for anything. But that's all I can do. Is be like, here you go. And if you take it, great. And if you don't take it, that's great too. And the reason I say it's great too is because you made up your mind that you're not going to stop. And I'm going to respect, and everybody should respect that decision until you are willing to stop and say, and break down and say, hey, listen, I need help. I want to change. Please give me the tools again, or put me in a center, or put me in an AA or NA, or whatever you want to, are trying to change. I need help. So for anybody that's out there that is forcing shit on people to change their lives, remember, don't force it. Don't say you have to change. Give them the tools to change, and then let it take its course. Until next time, live your life, make your mark, dream and drink big, and I'll see you on the flip side.